And then all of a sudden you already have this conversation that's like hot, not even cold or warm. It's hot because they remembered you. And it's all because you said very nicely, you said, hey, you're not quite a fit for me, because you disqualified them throughout the conversation. And then you gave them another pathway and you shone the light on the way that they should go. We're live! Sean here, back with another high ticket tune-up. But today, as we jump into the question of the day, comes from Renee. Renee says this. Renee says, Sean, how do I end a sales call when I know the prospect I'm speaking with is not a fit to work with me? Let me repeat that. Sean, how do I end a call when I know the prospect I'm speaking with isn't a fit to work with me? It takes me back to probably about 4 weeks ago. We were watching this YouTube documentary. It's about diamond mining, right? And so everybody loves diamond mining, but here's why sales is more fun than diamond mining. There's this place in Kentucky. I don't know if you knew this or not, but you can go to Kentucky and you find this. There's a public place where you can actually go diamond mining. And they have these guys that are going there like every day. They've been going there for years and years and years. And sometimes they find diamonds worth tens of thousands of dollars. And in fact, the world's biggest diamond on earth was discovered there. So it was a pretty cool thing. And we were watching this documentary, and as we're watching it, I was watching the technique of one of these diamond miners. And what he'd do is he'd get his buckets of, he'd go out in the field and he'd pick up all his buckets of dirt, right? And then you would take all the buckets back to the little wash station, and then he'd set up this like filtering selection system thing, and he poured all the dirt in there, and he poured water and the sorting, kind of a messy thing, putting his hands in there. And he'd shake these things out. And it was a pretty long process. And by the end of it, he'd come out and there'd be these little tiny rocks. And sometimes they would look like a diamond. Sometimes they'd be a diamond. And so all the ones that he thought was a diamond, he'd put over here. And the other ones that kind of look like a diamond, he'd put in a different pile. Then what he would do is you take both piles and you would go into the office and you say, hey, I think these are real. And they would evaluate. And then he would give them the other handful and say, I think these might be real or might be fake. And the lady would say, hey, these ones actually aren't real. He would actually take these back and he would polish all the ones that weren't diamonds. Of course, the ones that were diamonds he would keep and he'd walk away with. But the ones that weren't diamonds, he would actually look at them and he would polish them in his hand. And he'd be like, this would be a cool little collection to create that I thought was a diamond, might look kind of like a diamond. Anyway, he put it on his mantelpiece. And right then, as I was watching this YouTube channel, I thought to myself, like, sales prospecting is way better than diamond mining prospecting because we're trying to find people that have the problem that we solve. That's our job, right? We are experts at one thing. We want to help and serve and impact other people. So that's what we do. So we'll go out and we'll actually find the people. When we find that thing that doesn't quite fit and we know it's not the right fit for us, we need to change hats, right? We need to change hats from prospector, like diamond prospector, sales prospector. We need to take that hat off, put it over here. We need to grab this other hat and we need to put on helper. We need to put on assistant. We need to put on interviewer. We need to discover or examine their journey and assist where we can assist them. When we're looking at like somebody that's speaking on the phone with us and we realize they're not a fit, so similar to that diamond that's not a diamond, we have kind of two choices. If we know completely that in their journey, like they'll never get to a place where we can serve them, then we have to disqualify them. If we examine their journey and we understand that, hey, they're on a path of growth, hey, they're on a path of going in the right direction, then we have the option to do what they call a downsell. If you have another product or service that's a little bit less expensive, what you could do is you can actually get them involved with that, and hopefully they consume this product that doesn't take any of your time, and they're personally able to grow to a place where then you can say, hey, listen, like, let's move you into the thing that I wanted to move you into in the beginning because I believe in you and I believe you have growth. So that would be one option. And the other option is if we examine their journey and we know they're nowhere close and they're probably never going to get to the place where we need them to be. And we say, hey, listen, I don't quite think you're a fit to work with us, and that's okay. Here's the thing that I wanted to do. Who is somebody that I can connect you with? What's the problem you're trying to solve right now in your life? Maybe you can send a referral that way. Secondly, you can say, here's a suggestion of a couple of maybe books if you're a big reader, or maybe YouTube channel or something. If you can create some sort of a way for them, they can grow. Unlike that lookalike diamond, that lookalike diamond is a diamond. It's just going to sit on the shelf. It's not going to be able to grow. This is why building what we call a pipeline becomes so valuable. Because as we continue to just help and help and help and help the people that aren't quite a fit to work with us because we disqualified them during the conversation, then we can turn around and say, oh man, look, this person a year ago was here and now they're here. Like, man, I could take them from here to here. And boom, all of a sudden you have that person, you've built that rapport, you have a communication network, and you have the relationship, and then you can actually take on that person. This is what we talk about, the compound effect in sales. So that's why I wanted to share today, like, how do you end a call when you know the prospect isn't fit to work with you? There's, like I said, two options. Number one, give them something of if they're on the right path to eventually consume your content, give them something of no touch or low touch from your perspective so that they can consume that and possibly grow. And then you would have another call with them and evaluate if they've grown enough to take on your next thing. That's one option. The other option is give them free resources, hook them up with a referral, do something else of value to them, because you never know, right? We just never know what people are going to be doing. And there's always these things called catalysts in people's lives. And when a catalyst hits, it causes people to grow, it causes people to change. Look, the only thing in this world that we can count on, there's one thing, it's change. And my dad always used to say death and taxes, which I think, yeah, you could probably count on those things, but some people don't pay their taxes. But what you can count on is change, right? Change will always happen. And if there's a catalyst in somebody that you spoke with that wasn't a fit for you, guess what? They have a catalyst, they make a change, their mindset changes, and it's unlike that almost diamond that's sitting on the mantelpiece. It's like somebody who said, hey, I had a catalyst change me. Like, I got into the fire. I realized I need to make a difference. I remember our conversation. Thank you for those free resources. Thank you for hooking me up with that person. I'm ready to take a look harder at your stuff. And then all of a sudden you already have this conversation that's like hot, not even cold or warm. It's hot because they remembered you. And it's all because you said very nicely, you said, hey, you're not quite a fit for me, because you disqualified them throughout the conversation. And then you gave them another pathway and you shone the light on the way that they should go. I hope this was valuable. If it is valuable, please share it to somebody else. Don't forget to smash that like button. Make sure and subscribe and hit the notifications bell. Look, if you want to master sales, I'm just going to continue dumping this 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.